So Parfums Dusita has a brand spanking new fragrance out called Moonlight in Chiangmai, this one right here, in a brand spanking new 100 milliliter bottle. This is the first time I've seen a 100 milliliter bottle from this house, and I quite like it. It's just basically taking their original bottle and enlarging it. I like this 100 milliliter bottle. This is one of the more masculine offerings from Parfums Dusita, and I quite enjoy it. I've been testing it out here and there, and I'm going to tell you all about this one. And thanks to Parfums Dusita, we do have a 100 ml bottle to give away as well, a worldwide giveaway for subscribers of this channel. So if you're curious to learn about Parfums Dusita's latest release called Moonlight in Chiangmai, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. I've been a fan of this house, although a lot of the fragrances from this house was a little on the feminine side, except for a few like Pissara, which is a beautiful honeyed fougere. If you haven't sampled that fragrance, do check that out. It is on the pricey side though. It's an Eau De Parfum concentration versus this, which is an Eau De Parfum. But also probably the Oud Infini that is from the same house is also pretty masculine, I think. But other than that, the remainder of the fragrances were either unisex or a little feminine leaning, but this one I find to be ultra masculine, and I've been quite enjoying it. I think it's a very, very classy offering, and for more of a, a gentlemanly kind of a dress-up fragrance that is for the person that wants a great smell, but doesn't want to overwhelm as well. You want just this classiness and just a classy amount of fragrance. So I'll tell you all about Parfums Dusita's Moonlight in Chiangmai, and let you know about the giveaway that you can participate in as well. But before I get to the review, if this is your first time tuning into my channel and you still haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So I've been a fan of this house, and I quite like the fragrances that they released. Several of them I've reviewed on the channel. Fragrances from this house that I'm a fan of is Le Sillage Blanc, Fleur de Lalita, Pissara. Those are three of my most favorites, and then also there's a few others that I like. In fact, yesterday I featured a fragrance Splendiris in a powdery fragrance video as well. If you like the Iris Violet thing, you should check that fragrance out. And I do have lots of different videos on the channel, reviews, and of course videos that I've done with the Perfumer Pissara on the channel. So if you're curious to explore the house, you should definitely check those videos out. But this particular fragrance was sent to me for this review. I'm going to tell you my honest opinion about it. So it's Moonlight in Chiangmai by Parfums Dusita, a 2020 launch. It's considered a woody, spicy, or woody aromatic fragrance. Perfumer is Pissara Umavijani. It's an Eau De Parfum concentration. Fragrances sold at various stores here in the States, such as Lucky Scent, ZGO. Those places I think carried the 50 mLs and 3 times 7.5 ml bottles. But of course, if you go to the Parfums Dusita website, you can buy the 100 ml bottles as well, as you can see here. But this features notes of Japanese Yuzu and night blooming Jasmine in the top notes, heart notes, Indian nutmeg, benzoin, Siam. Finally, in the base notes, Myrrh, Indonesian Patchouli, Haitian Vetiver, and Thai teak wood. So when you look at the notes, it sounds very pleasing. It sounds like it could be a fresh, refreshing kind of a fragrance, but it takes a turn. It starts out very fresh and zingy, almost effervescent and sparkly with that Japanese Yuzu note, and I feel like this is a pretty prominent note in the fragrance. I find it to be a very citrusy experience. But things happen in this fragrance, and it starts reminding me of a few other fragrances, but it doesn't really go there. It sort of hints at them, and I'll tell you what those fragrances could be at the end of the video. But along with the Japanese Yuzu, you do have some beautiful night blooming jasmine as well. So it's a nice fusion of beautiful white floral, slightly musky, and then also very, very zingy, citrusy start to the fragrance with that Japanese Yuzu note. And Japanese Yuzu is something I've been exploring quite a bit on the channel. I've done a few videos about it on the channel, and I'm quite enjoying it as an alternative to grapefruit. It's slightly different but similar to grapefruit, and it works great here in this particular fragrance. I just love that whole effervescence, sparkliness when the fragrance is first sprayed. I like that about it. There's something a little bit ethereal running throughout it, floaty kind of, and I like that about this fragrance. Now, the fragrance in the heart, there is some spiciness and some sweet touches. The nutmeg comes in. Nutmeg, I don't know if you're familiar with this note, totally stands out here. You can totally distinguish it. Like, if you're comparing it to something like cinnamon or cloves or something, it has a very unique smell or taste. Obviously, I've tasted it quite a bit myself in different desserts and things like that. So it's prominent here, and I think it really does work well with the notes that are in the top notes, and as it's kind of like blending into the heart notes. And of course, that benzoin note from Siam adds a beautiful vanillic sweetness. I really love this note. It's one of my favorite notes. And here, it's just the right amount of sweetness. You know, it's this fragrance takes on a kind of like a sweet and savory kind of a experience, sort of, for me, and I think the sweetness from the benzoin is just the right amount so that you can experience this kind of like sweet savory thing happening here. Now, more resins appear in the base notes, and those are the myrrh, and the patchouli comes in as well, and I love this note. But this is the kind of patchouli that's clean. It's not your like psychedelic or reminiscence patchouli kind of patchouli. It's not ultra, you know, cakey, chocolate cakey, things like that. It does come in for sure, but it's beautifully blended with the myrrh and of course the vetiver. This is a vetiver comes in, and then you know, there's a little bit of a teak wood in here as well. And the teak wood to me is a note that's sort of similar to cedar, but not as pungent. So it's just like a softer version of cedar in here. But you know what? Overall, it's a great composition, I think. But for me, it's not an overly groundbreaking experience. I find some of the other fragrances from this house to be more ones that I really like, but they are more on the feminine side or more unisex. This one definitely has turned out to be more of a masculine offering, and the fact that it's a little bit of a reserved experience. It's not a loud fragrance, and that's why I said it's perfect for a dressy, gentlemanly kind of an experience when you go to the office and wear something. It smells really, really wonderful. And here's where I get to the part where it reminds me of other fragrances. There's something here, the way it's composed, it's reminding me of ambroxan, something similar to ambroxan or amber wood experience, sort of, not like 100%, but sort of kind of reminds me of things that have ambroxan in them, like Eccentric Molecules, Molecule 2, Juliet Has a Gun, Not a Perfume, even something like Baccarat Rouge. So there's the way the fragrances is composed, it does hint at things like that. So those of you that are fans of fragrances like that, those of you that love fragrances that feature ambroxan, will definitely be happy with this one, because I like that it reminds me of those kind of fragrances, but then it doesn't go there, you know, so it hints at them a little bit. Then that's what makes it a little exciting. So that was one of the reasons why I felt like it was not something ultra original. So I've smelled it before. It reminds me of other things. Then it, you know, takes a detour and doesn't really go there fully by reminding me of these other fragrances, because I haven't seen a fragrance featuring this nutmeg note and the Siam benzoin and you know, a few other notes that are in here, like the teak wood and things like that. So if you are looking for a more masculine version of a Parfums Dusita fragrance, I highly recommend you check this one out. In fact, check out all the other ones. If you like fougères, definitely check out Pissara. It's a honeyed fougère, I would call it. It's got a very kind of ambery, honeyed, warm autumn kind of a experience with that particular fougère. But I feel like this one definitely is office friendly. It's not a screamer kind of a fragrance. That's why I always associate these kind of fragrances to be more office friendly. You can wear it and it's going to be, you know, most likely it'll be a crowd pleaser. People will enjoy the fragrance and you know, enjoy the how it kind of, you know, trails off of you. It's not an ultra loud fragrance. There is some, you know, there's a little bit of trail there, but it makes it perfect for wearing it somewhere like an office setting, or if you work in close quarters with, you know, colleagues and things like that. Of course, these days we're probably not doing that, but if and when things are back to normal, I think it would make a great office scent. And when I'm saying it's an office scent, I'm not saying that this is just an office scent. There's something classy about it and more, you know, elegant, and it has a very dressy experience, a wearing experience. So if you're like more of an executive type, suits and ties and things like that, I feel like this will complement that kind of a look a lot, because it just has a very elegant and dressy kind of a experience for me. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Moonlight in Chiangmai from Parfums Dusita. Please do let me know what you think about this fragrance. Let me know about the house. Are you familiar with this house? Have you caught any of my other videos on the channel focusing on this house? Let me know what you like or what you've seen. So I'd like to find out. Also, let me know for the giveaway. what you need to do, this is a worldwide giveaway, so we have a couple of rules here. Please make sure you're subscribed. Remember, going forward in 2021, I will be making sure that I can see that you are definitely subscribed to my channel to qualify you. So to participate in the giveaway, like I said, make sure you're subscribed. Please let me know what you liked about this video. And also let me know why do you want to win it. Which notes in the fragrance makes it sound great to you? Do give me an explanation. And then finally, let me know your country. And if you are from the USA, please put down USA in your state as well. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. Almost Christmas time. We have some more giveaways coming up, so stay tuned for those as well. And either way, if you're not participating in the giveaway and you do know this fragrance, please put a comment down so I can find out what your thoughts are on it. I am enjoying wearing it, and I really like the subtleties of the fragrance and the classiness about it. It's a dressy fragrance, and it's for those people that want something elegant and classy, not overly sophisticated, not a showstopper kind of a thing. So that's what I'm enjoying about this particular fragrance, the subtleties of it, and I like that about it, the muskiness and the subtleties. Anyway, that's Moonlight in Chiangmai. Thanks so much for watching today's review video. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.